Peace TikTok, baby. How are you in this present moment? Welcome in. Y'all gonna want to stay tuned for sure if you're catching the replay. Get a wow. I invite you to stay. I meant, dang. I wanted to say, get a cup of tea. I invite you to stay. But yeah, hey. Welcome in, y'all. And another one. Hey. Do anybody else know what song that's from? Or am I the only one? Because y'all know I always do that. But welcome in to all of you. Peace, butterfly, chai. Hey, hey, you know why. Welcome back. We running divine as always. I got to make sure I'm on time tomorrow, though. I got to make sure I'm on time on the 23rd because I told the lovelies to meet us here on live at 8:30. And you know, y'all know how we do. If you tap in, you already know we're going to run divine. We're going to run divine. But to the lovelies who I invited here to the house tomorrow, I invited some lovelies to our home. I invited some lovelies back home. And I told them we're going to be here at 8:30, so I got to be here. I got to be here. But welcome in. Butterfly said, Biggie, give me one more chance. Ashe. Ashe. PTA, you cute. It's Alana B say, yes, all white. I'm feeling it. Y'all remember last summer where I had like my all white? It felt like a month. I wore all white for like forever. But I'm definitely feeling it today. I'm feeling it today. I said, okay, look loud, look loud, look loud. Hey, the Trillist, the motherfucking illest, graffiti, Crystal, hey, hey. It's Alana B says, story of my life, constantly late. But we don't run late over here. We run divine. We run divine. Okay? Never ahead, never behind. Paymon, hey, 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 Kaliska. Peace, Kaliska. Butterfly Child says, simply stunning. Stop. You made me blush. You made me blush. Keep going. Stop. Keep going. We about to get started, y'all. Hold on. My cheeks hurt. Hi, Landon. How are you? Thank you, Enlighten, for coming in with all of the likes. And Sirius, thank you for the likes. Hey, Ray, baby. So, let me get this up here real quick. Let me get that up here real quick. Welcome into the Crystaline Mars show, episode 462, baby boo. I am your co-host, Mrs. Dublé Jones. I am the lady with the stones, the come here's, and the leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. If you would love some spiritual guidance, if you need a helping hand, head over to the website, crystalinemars.com, and book your personal, intimate, one-on-one services, and head over there and check out our spiritual tools, gems, jewels, our infused oil. Where my Cancers at? If you're a Cancer sun, y'all go comment your birthday on our most recent post. You will get the chance to win a free 2-ounce Cancer solar and lunar infused intentional oil. Our herbs have settled to the bottom. We got a few floating at the top. But this oil is great for helping ease anxiety. This Cancer infused oil is great for deepening, strengthening your intuition, your spiritual connection. This oil is great for when it feels a little heavy and you want to allow for the emotions to flow. You want to allow the emotions to flow without feeling overwhelmed. This is the oil for you. If you're a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, if you want to just align with this Cancer energy, this is a piece for you. Again, I will be raffling off one free lovely on tomorrow night's live for episode 463. So y'all meet us here. If you are a Cancer sun, nonetheless, meet us here on live, divinely on timely, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. But you gotta go to our previous post where I have our oil. I think it's on our new moon in Cancer post. I'll be pulling from there, as well as I have a promo post talking about the raffle. So if you want your name entered, comment your birthday over there, because that's where I'm gonna be pulling names from. But everybody else who's not a Cancer sun, and even if you don't win the raffle, I encourage y'all to go ahead and get y'all oils. They are available for pre-order on the website crystalinemars.com. They will be infusing over the next 7 days, really soaking up this solar Cancer sun as well as the lunar Cancer moon energy. We are officially in the shadow period. So if you want to delve deeper into that energy, head over to our YouTube channel. I did post our video up there expounding on that energy. There I shared an overall overview. I shared rituals, crystals, herbs, and a few other things as well. So y'all check that video out on YouTube if you hadn't. If you're not a part of our family and connected on all platforms, do so. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, at Facebook. Goddamn. What else we got? Also, the stone of the day. Oh, she downstairs. The stone of the day is a beautiful tiger's eye necklace for 20% off. I can't show her right now. CrystalineMars.com for the next 48 hours. So y'all claim her. You'll get free shipping for all U.S. orders over $75. Oh, and for the Cancer Suns, for the raffle, it is only for our U.S.-based lovelies, okay? I will not cover $162 for international shipping, okay? So it is for our U.S. lovelies, and if you are a Cancer Sun on the other side of the globe, I just send you love energetically, okay? I send you ease. I send peace and love your way. Ashe? I fucking Shay. Peace, Daniel, Anime, Delicia, Colton. Welcome in. Graffiti said that Leo oil is what I'm waiting for. Butterfly Chai said, yes, mine is out of control. What's out of control? Your emotions? Melanated said 162. I'm exaggerating, but no, shipping international is like at least $75. It's at least $75. Yeah. Graffiti said guided meditation tonight, 911. So Graffiti, if you ain't noticed already, I'm just telling you this so you could know, so it could be the last time we ask. I am no longer conducting the guided meditations on a live. As you can see, we phased out of that, and I know I be coming in and out with certain things, and I ain't gonna be doing them until I do them again. I have completely checked out of sharing that space collectively. If y'all want to connect with me with the guided meditations, y'all got a book. I got hella guided meditations over there on the other side, but I do not have the capacity to continue to do the guided meditations collectively. So unless it's something that weighs heavily on me, and even then, if it's weighing, I'm gonna ask, why is it weighing? Okay, because we're gonna keep on swaying. So just letting you know, so you don't keep asking. We done with the guided meditations until further notice. Okay. But I'll meet y'all on the other side, CrystalineMars.com. If y'all book and we have an exchange there, we could do that. But y'all can't suck me dry. That takes a lot. It really does. And I don't mind, again, if it's an exchange, but I can't keep sharing that space here. And I thought about it. Remember, look, I share with y'all too. Like, take advantage of the access that y'all have of me, to me, through me, while you got it. While you got it. I don't know when things are going to shift out. I don't know when exactly I'm going to shift through energy, but just like the daily energy, that's coming to an end. I'm not doing daily energy next year. I sat with that and I thought about that, and I'm like, we done. So just like we had access, y'all had access. We do this daily energy at the nighttime, and we used to flowing with this. This ain't gonna be a thing, okay? Guided meditations, we don't phase out of that, and I'm not falling off the face of the earth, but again, the energy is shifting, and I'm shifting with it to stay in alignment. So I'll meet y'all on the other side. All right. So I just want to be clear with that. Butterfly Shy said, oh my God, I need that oil. Your anxiety has been the worst. Yes, I love this. I look forward to it. And then this is not even only about this Cancer Ease oil is not only connected to the intuition and the emotions, but it's also to invite in ease and flow into your life. Ease and flow into your life. May your finances flow with ease. May your relationships flow with ease, right? May the love flow with ease. So this oil is great for your rituals, for healing wounds, for manifesting as well, for clearing out blockages, adding to your baths, just rubbing on your person. This is the one. It'll be perfect to work with on Mondays or during Cancer, lunar, and solar transits. So I'm ready to work with that one for sure. Ashe, Melanie said I'm all about ease. Do you have the ease bracelet or necklace? Ashe. Wait, what you say? Oh, okay. Peace, Nino. Hi, Earth Angel. Hey, hey. You said say happy birthday. Earth Angel, I don't like how you be coming at me, Earth Angel. I know it's all with love, but I'm just saying this, bitch. Is it what Mercury at, bitch? Cause Mercury gonna be entering Leo real soon. Cause I'm very much just telling y'all what the fuck it is. If you don't know, I don't like being told what to do like that, Earth Angel. I don't like that. I'm just letting you know. Say happy birthday. Now I'm not. My Capricorn moon is like, nope, I'm not gonna say it now. Just so you know. Just so you know. My Capricorn moon like, no, I'm not saying happy birthday just because you told me to say happy birthday. Ask. Can you say happy birthday? Of course, I would love to. But as soon as you tell me, I'm be like, so anyway, what we got? Let's go ahead and get into the message of the night, y'all. Hold on, let me cut this music down. You laughing, I'm serious. So, for the episode, first off, today is the 22nd, right? Today is that queen energy, queen builder energy, right? The moon, we have officially entered the shadow period. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, so never mind. That ain't even got nothing to do with it, for real. Well, sort of, kind of, but anyway. Yeah, so we have this builder energy here today. Siri said exactly. You feel me? So the message of the night is build on truth. Build on truth. If it's not real, it won't last. You cannot build a solid life on lies, avoidance, or pretending to be okay. Eventually, the cracks will show. The pressure will break it down, and you will be forced to start over anyway, at some time, in some way, shape, or form. So why not start now with the truth? Be honest about what you want. Be real about what's not working. Face the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. That's how you build something that lasts. Something that feels good because it's true. Not because you've lied to yourself and you now are living in delusion and it feels good. But no, it feels good because you know it is true, right? And truth might make things uncomfortable at first, but it will always lead you to alignment. Anything built on truth cannot be shaken. Not by time, not by people, not by fear. So, the declaration of today, of tonight, of this moment is, I invite y'all to share it in the comments. I build a life that's rooted in truth, not illusion. I build a life that is rooted in truth, not illusion. I build a life that's rooted in truth, not illusion. So it's going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of messages like this. It's going to be a lot of themes about like this. It may feel and sound redundant, very repetitive, very like, okay, I get it. But again, you're going to get it and get it until you don't forget it, right? You're going to get it and get it until you acknowledge it. You're going to feel it and feel it until you heal it. So I just want y'all to know, with this Cancer energy and this being a 9-year, it's just intensifying what is. Again, gifting us the opportunity to purge, to release, to really unpack subconsciously whatever it is, right? Subconsciously whatever it is that we're storing, consciously whatever it is that we're facing. This is our time to really acknowledge those things so we can, again, build a life that's rooted in truth and not illusion. Not illusion. And so also with this 9 energy, this 9-year, that Scorpio coming through, we're seeing where we've just been like trying to dance around certain things, or we're in denial about certain truths and things like that. And it's coming to the surface for us to hear it, for us to see it like, damn, this really is a thing. So let's go ahead and flow into the daily energy. We can't get a break. Tomorrow is Moon Day. Tomorrow is Cancer and Pisces Day. But universally, it's also a 2-day. The daily energy adds up to 2, which is Cancer energy as well. So it's going to continue to flow. I ask y'all, how have y'all emotions been? Okay. Like I said, we officially entered the Cancer new moon shadow period. And I just want to know. I just want to know, that thing hit me like a tsunami out of nowhere. My mama called me earlier, told me something, and I was boo crying. And she was like, well, I didn't tell you that to cry, right? My mom was angered, but for me, it came through like I was just emotionally a wreck. I didn't like what I heard. I didn't like the way it made me feel. And she told me what she told me, and I told her, I was like, well, it's the planetary alignment, you know, baby, because I'm a thug. But it's a lot of Cancer energy here, so I'm just letting it go and I'm letting it flow. And she was like, oh, okay. So she changed the subject. She talking. Y'all, it's 15 minutes later. I'm still over here crying. I'm like, just going along with her, but I'm in the background like, I'm like, damn, I told y'all. Remember I told y'all, like, this pregnancy has been pretty cool. I ain't been crying. Bitch, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks today. So it's gonna be a lot of that tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is the 23rd. The daily energy that I'm covering is the 23rd, and so that 23 adds up to 5, which is Mercury communication energy. So there could be some conversations again that rise that bring some things up to the surface. There could be some very like enlightening conversations that are had as well. Like when I got off the phone, I couldn't wait to get off the phone with my mama so I could run to the guys. I was like, all right, I'll holler at you later. You know, we talked. As soon as I went downstairs, I talked to the guys, and you know, through the questions he asked and through the insight that he shared, it definitely opened the door for me to really understand what I was feeling. It brought some clarity. So there could definitely be some clarity that is had through conversation. So this is a time where you really want to obviously have conversations with yourself. But as we're in this Cancer season, we're being called to connect back to community, to connect back to family, right? And obviously, you know, you may not be on good terms or connected to all of your family, but to those who you can reach out to those people or that person that you do confide in, whether it's chosen family, soul family, blood family, allow yourself to be vulnerable. If you are asked, how are you doing? I ain't saying dump truck on the person, but be honest. Like, if you're not okay, say that. You know what I mean? This is not the time for you to be lying to yourself nor nobody else. So again, there could be some conversations that are had that triggers you emotionally, that kind of just makes you feel some kind of way, whether it's the highest or the lowest. But just as my mom shared something with me, I really wanted to point the finger on the person who she was sharing, who she was talking about. But I was like, okay, I feel how I feel about them and how they carried that. But let me look a little deeper and find myself in this. Let me see what I can take for me, because I can't change that person. I can't fix that person. I can't make that person act the way I want them. I can't make them respond the way I want to. But what can I take? What is this showing back? What is this showing me about myself that I may do, you know? And I took accountability. I'm like, oh, I see how I do that in this area, and I don't like that. So thank you for bringing that to light. And I'm going to make those shifts within myself, you know? So I invite you to nonetheless, don't point the finger. Hold other people accountable. Feel how you feel, but I want you to look for yourself. I want you to look for yourself. And maybe you may whatever this is that triggers you, whatever this is that make you feel some kind of way about the way your boss did, the way your partner did, the way your baby mama, the way your baby daddy, whatever, whoever, your partner, your kids, whatever, they may make you feel a way, or they may trigger some kind of feeling. But I want you to look like, okay, even if you may not show up to them, which you probably do, you just don't realize it. You may not show up to them in this way. You may show up to your neighbor in this way, or you know, you may show up to yourself in this way. I want you to really look at yourself and be honest, like, ooh, this is something that I do, and I don't like the way this sounds. I don't like to see other people be treated that way. So let me go ahead and start making those internal shifts. So we definitely want to be honest with ourselves. On the 23rd, it'll be a great day to conduct a healing ritual. This is the season of healing. This is a season of healing. I have a plethora of healing rituals on the website, a plethora of healing candles on the website. Spiritual services, y'all book if you need to, but this is a day of healing. Definitely a day to go to the beach if you have some time, if you want to. If you don't want to, or you don't have the space or time, connecting intentionally, taking an intentional bath, an intentional shower, praying over your water, And again, conducting any rituals is going to be very powerful on this day. I channel to release so you can show up in the energy you desire to be in. Okay? And also forgive those who wronged you. Zoom out, dive deeper for understanding. My bad, I couldn't understand my own handwriting. Dive deeper for understanding. So just like I talked about with the don't be so, fixated on what you're personally experiencing that you forget, hey, this Cancer energy is water. It is a reflection mirroring back myself to myself. So what do you see in totality? This is also a day to bring in compassion, to bring in empathy, because even if there aren't emotional conversations that are brought up that you feel, there could be, conversations or people around you who are actually feeling the waves. And, this is a time for you to hold space, for you to ask questions, to help them process their thoughts or help them articulate, what it is that they feel or what it is that they think. So this would be a good time to really get into your partner's mind, get into their emotions by asking questions and inviting in that, not in a forceful way, but with ease, right? Yeah, go get your oils, CrystalineMars.com, but with ease, just gently creating a safe space for them to be vulnerable, right? And if they're not ready, don't push. So again, the colors for the day are all white again, heavy on the cleansing. We had white today. We have white tomorrow as well. So that's the color for the day. So y'all go ahead and leave 2 white hearts. Leave 2 white hearts down below in the comments. And we're now going to go ahead and transition into our tarot tea time, you and me time. If you would like a live reading tonight, the floor is open. The door is open. It will be closing in 10 minutes. So if you'd like a reading, go ahead and send your love offerings in through Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo, Super Chat. $15 to get you a 6-card pull. $10 for 1 yes or no. $20 for 3 yes or no's. I don't have anybody in queue, so we can start with you, baby boo. But this is going to be a general collective, so I want y'all to take what resonates and leave what does not. Move the energy around as it applies. Ashe. Ashe. Thank y'all for your hearts. Thank you, Lavon, for your likes. I appreciate it. Passion said today marks a year my dad been gone. Wow, it's been that long / short. Wow. Thank you so much though for your compliment. So I'm gonna take a sip real quick. What's that on y'all? What's that on y'all? Real quick. So Jasmine and Jessica, I'm glad y'all are both in the building. I am gonna be working your sovereign sun rituals when I was gonna reach out to y'all, but y'all here now, so we got a divine meeting. Jasmine and Jessica, I'm gonna be conducting y'all sovereign sun rituals when the moon enters Leo. So Thursday the moon enters Leo, and that's when I can really maximize, and that's when it'll be very potent to connect with the deities, entities, and the energies that I connect with for that ritual. So just want to let you know I did not forget about you. Just want to wait for the planet to be in best alignment, okay? So let's start with our moon oracle deck. Of course. And I finished your candle today. Your ritual was like a 2-3 day special. And I finished your candle today. So I'll probably send you the video tomorrow and your debrief for your ritual. Of course, Jessica. All right, so let's see what we got. We have sadness here. When sadness and disappointment knock on your door, remember that it's okay to not be okay. We talked about that. Feel those emotions, but don't unpack and live there. Don't unpack and live there. So there is some significance I'm picking up when it comes to donation. This could be metaphorically, but I'm seeing somebody donate old clothes. I'm seeing somebody donate old clothes, and that could just be metaphorically symbolizing the need to return or to give something away, maybe to literally purge out clothes. But I had also conducted a return to self ritual. Some of y'all may want to book a unlock with Oba guided meditation, which pairs beautifully with the return to self ritual. Some of y'all have booked a return to self ritual, and I would recommend that you follow up with a unlock with Oba guided meditation. But it was so freaking beautiful. That's one of my favorite rituals and guided meditations to do to date, literally. And in the guided meditation today that I did with the lovely, we pretty much returned the baggage back to the person who gave it to her. So some of y'all may have some sadness, some energy, some guilt, some anger, some frustration again, energy that's being called to unpack. But Spirit's like, Brother Lagasson and I was talking about this today, and he said something that was really like spot on. And he said, every emotion does not have to be expressed. Every emotion does not need to be expressed, and it doesn't mean that it is not necessarily suppressed either, because it's not expressed. The key is to acknowledge your emotions. And he said the key is to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you're feeling. Acknowledge it, but not everything needs to be expressed. Okay? So again, you may need to express some things. You may need to acknowledge some things. You may need to do both. But the key is to not dwell there. The key is to follow up with a narrative that actually serves you in your healing, helps you expand your perspective around maybe why certain things are happening, So I don't know who needs to hear that, but you may be feeling energy of sadness and grief, shame, guilt, whatever these negatives and or positive emotions are, and acknowledge them and express them as needed, and allow yourself to move on. Okay? We have figuring it out. So again, think about what you're thinking about. But this is a time for us to really be communicative and have conversations with ourselves, whether it's through journaling. I don't know what rocks your boat. I don't know what kind of communicator you are. Rather it's journaling, rather it's through guided meditation, connecting with your higher self, connecting with your ancestors, talking to a loved one, someone you trust, therapist, whoever, right? But there's definitely some things that you do need to process and maybe just even understand. It is the understanding that is going to bring you the peace that you're looking for. It is going to bring the understanding. The understanding is going to bring the peace. But we have lack of empathy. Lack of empathy. Avoid being dismissive. Indifference and rudeness can breed disrespect. Cultivate understanding. Actively listen and show consideration for others' perspectives. This is confirmation. This could be a theme for tomorrow, but this can be a theme that we're in as we're in this Cancer season as a whole. You may be cool. You may have your waves every now and then, but this is a time for us to really feel and show up for others. And I told y'all, I really, especially if you have like a earth or an air sign, moon, most times than not, it's a little more challenging for you to really feel emotionally other people. Like you feel them, but you're not really like watery, like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it could be a little hard. My sister told me something yesterday and I laughed. And she was like, no, for real, because it was something that she really struggled with. And I wasn't laughing at her, but it was just funny because she's just so extra and she knows she's extra. But I'm like, Dublé, you still laughing? Like, what you laughing for? But I was like, she's so extra. So with this lack of empathy, some of us may still be working through our Capricorn moons or, our Aquarius energy. And this is a time for us to really at least try to navigate that space from a more balanced perspective, right? We're done here. We got gatekeeping in reverse. Gatekeeping in reverse. So again, this is a time for you to open the floodgates, for you to let yourself Let the information be communicated to you. Let it flow through your cells. Let it flow through your body, through your intuition, through your mind, through the conversations, but also allow for yourself to express that information or that energy as well, or to share it in some way, shape, or form. I am feeling the Orisha deck here. So we got 2 minutes until I close the door tonight for personal readings. If you want a live reading, this is your last opportunity to send in your love offerings. And we're going to be closing up for the collective. We have rain. We have the water element showing up again. Okay? So rain, governed by Yemaya. Yemaya is the goddess of healing, the goddess of the ocean. All right? She is great to call on or to work with when it comes to healing wounds, when it comes to nurturing, compassion, empathy, right? Feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling held. Okay? So this card is guiding or encouraging us to embrace emotional healing, to let go of the past, and to allow new growth to flourish. So we have rain here. I'm hearing, can you stand the rain? I'm thinking of the movie, what is it? What is the Tyler Perry movie where The Last Man or The Best Man Holiday? Anybody ever seen that movie, The Best Man Holiday? But pretty much it was a movie where a group of friends, they gathered years after being together, and one of the characters, she was sick, and everybody knew she was sick because she lost a lot of weight, but she didn't make an announcement about it. She just wanted everybody to come together and enjoy the time. I think she had cancer or something like that. And so speaking of cancer, as we're in cancer season, again, there could be some dis-ease. There could be some things that you really don't feel good about. Somebody may really need to release an illusion or an idea of something. It's a hard truth. This is for a person or two specifically. It's a hard truth. It may hurt for you to accept it. You may really just feel like, this is mine. I deserve this. Like, I'm not going to give up. And Spirit's calling for you to release something. Release control of this situation. Release hoping for it to come together. Release this person choosing you. Release the hope that this person chooses you or something like that. Or this job or something. It's something that needs to be released, but somebody does not want to, because you may just feel like you've put in so much energy. You spent so much time, or it's yours. And Spirit's like, is it? Is it yours? Is it yours? This can have something to do, it could be like connected to some kind of past lover. Somebody could be a widow. Somebody could be a widow holding on to past energy and trying to recreate that or something like that. This could be somebody's partner, remind them of their ex, and that's the only reason why you're like really connected to them, because they remind you of somebody, but you're not really in love. You're just in love with this idea. This could be around a job or something. Thank y'all so much for the love. I see y'all in the comments. This could be around, I don't know what it is for you. Again, move it as it needs to. Give me one more. We have Akogun. Akogun is a warrior Orisha known for his courage and protection. His guidance urges you to be brave, to defend your values, and face challenges with strength. So yeah, brave. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It's like you may have balls and courage when it comes to one area, but then when it comes to this other thing, you shift your energy up, and it's like, nah, you need to stand on that too. You need to stand on that too. Somebody just may have just gotten a splinter or stubbed their toe. That may just be confirmation that this message is for you. Let's see what else we got. What we gonna pull from? Okay, so we about to close out. We have, the doors are officially closed for live readings tonight. Let me go ahead and text the guys, let him know. Yeah, somebody completely needs to, somebody, yes, needs to damn turn the other cheek. We have don't feel bad for saying no. Don't feel bad for saying no. So again, there could be something that hurts you. And somebody could be telling you sweet nothings, or you could be telling yourself sweet nothings. And it's like, what is the truth? What is the truth? And two things can be true at one time. Like what this person or what you're telling yourself could be true, but then this other thing could be true. The goal is for us to really dissect and connect with that higher truth, a higher level of truth. Because this may be true for this version of you, but let's connect with our higher self, right? Let's connect with our common sense, right? And let's really look at things from a higher perspective and a higher level of truth. Like, okay, and what is being revealed to you? There could be something that is literally in your physical reality that you're still like denying and creating some kind of narrative around. And it's often that our highest self or our gods or our ancestors will give us these kind of like these clues or these kind of quote unquote downloads to steer us down a certain path, to nudge us towards a specific direction, and then flip the whole script. But it was just to get us down that path, maybe of awareness, maybe of acknowledgement, acceptance. But it may have took for them to like trick you, or for you to trick you into believing something, for you to walk down that path, for you to actually initiate the healing or whatever it is that needs to happen. So some of y'all may be like, well, Spirit told me that this was going to be a thing, or my higher self told me that this is going to be a thing. And that could very well be true. I'm not telling you that Spirit or your ancestors, they didn't say that, but it could have been more to the picture that you just weren't ready to see. So they had to give it to you. You had to give it to you in a way where it was digestible, where it convinced you, where it baited you in, so you can do the necessary work within yourself to free yourself from that lie, from that illusion, that delusion, whatever that was. But there is definitely some kind of release that needs to happen in regards to the truth and the lies that you've been telling yourself. Something is played out. We got the owl here. We got the owl here. So with this owl, it's definitely a message around, it's time for you to really tap in and use that inner wisdom and stop doing dumb stuff. Just say that. It's like you want things to change, or you say you deserve better, you say you deserve more, but it's like you keep accepting the crumbs. Like you keep acting like you're okay, or you keep accepting somebody's lie, or you're not establishing these boundaries. You keep extending grace. Like, I'm gonna just give it more time, I'm gonna give them more time, I'm gonna give them more time. And it's like time after time after time again, this person or this thing, it keeps showing you what it is. It's showing you what it is, or what they choose, or what you're not choosing, whatever. So we have, what you're doing is not working. I told you. What you're doing is not working. What is it that you're doing? I'm not saying everything that you're doing is not working, right? But something that you're doing is not working. Some story that you're telling yourself is played out. We have content creator. So with this content creator, I am picking up on like Virgo. I'm picking up on like Virgo energy, but even if it's not Virgo, this content creator energy is just kind of giving like performance, putting on a show, trying to edit out the little quirks, to make it seem like it's one thing. It's entertaining. Something may be entertaining, but it's like there's no substance here, or it's not authentic, something like that. So it's time for you to now create intentionally, not necessarily just what people want to see, or be who people want to see, or say what people want to hear. We have minimized distraction and gossip, so it's time for you to really silence the noise. Again, y'all order y'all ease oil, CrystalineMars.com. And we have soulmate, they will witness you win. Soulmate, they may witness you win, because some of y'all, this could have something to do with the quote unquote soulmate, twin flame, or something like that, and you may just be holding on to someone, or again, some idea, but you cannot force a person to be in a space that they're not willing to be in. So you do what you can do for you, and just let everything else unfold as it may. All right. So Let's close out with our declaration, and we're going to now transition over to the next segment of the night. And our declaration that we're going to close out with is, what is real will last, and I am done faking peace. What is real will last, and I am done faking peace. What is real will last, and I am done faking peace. Be honest with yourself. Ashe. So thank y'all for sharing this space. Again, if you are a Cancer Sun, be sure to head over to our Instagram, our YouTube. I believe it's in our YouTube post, and on our TikTok, on the Cancer New Moon video, or on our Cancer Ease Oil promo post, and drop your birthday there. Y'all meet us here tomorrow on tomorrow night's episode, and I'll be pulling a raffle for one Cancer Sun only. Lovely US based. So y'all meet us here, but we're gonna now go ahead and transition. And if you're not a Cancer Sun, y'all still go order y'all oils, your Cancer infused oils. But yeah, I'm gonna meet y'all in the comments. We're gonna transition over to our spiritual lesson with Brother Lagaz. Ashe to y'all. I see y'all declarations. Ashe, Sierra and Jay. And I think I'm good to go today. Ashe. Let me rotate this camera. I wanted to wear pink today. I really wanted to wear pink today and like connect with Obot's energy, but the colors was white, so I was like, I'm just coming with the white. But the guys came with the pink hat. Ashe. Peace, Melvin. Thank you. All right, y'all. Peace. All right, bye-bye, Sonya.
Peace, family.
Okay.
Today's spiritual lesson is on the kings of comedy. Shay. So we're talking about the energetic kings. I told you we are in the era of the new kings. The new kings. It just so happened that there was a set of protests across the country last week. The No Kings protest, right? The energy trying to be fought against, but there are new kings coming, and that's just part of the energy. Shade. Now, and here I got all four kings: King of Hearts, King of Diamonds, King of Clubs, and King of Spades. Shade. Now, we just had some big things happen across the world with the bombing of Iran, right? With bombing of Iran. So, yeah, I tried to look into the charts to see exactly like why was that particular date chosen? Why did they pick this time to do it? When I looked into it, I could see that the kings were definitely involved, right? Now Trump, he represents three of the kings, and I guess maybe energetic. In another sense, he might also represent the fourth king, the King of Hearts, as well. But the kings were definitely in the building. The energy was on his side. So when I looked at the energy for June 21st, based off of America's chart and based off of Donald Trump's chart, and based off of in combination with looking at Israel's energy and Iran's energy, if he would have done this, especially any time, because his birthday just passed. It was June 14th. If he would have did this last week, anytime last week, the favor would have been in favor of Iran, right? So he couldn't have done it last week because the energy, there's no way he could attack Iran. I mean, he could have, but it just wouldn't have turned out well because Iran, one of his cards is the Seven of Spades. Seven of Spades was in a good luck energy. It was in a Jupiter. It was in the Jupiter line when it comes to in relation to Donald Trump. So since it was in Jupiter, and Seven of Spades deals with, that's like a God card. That's a highly spiritual card, right? So with Iran being in that space in comparison with Trump, Iran had protection against Trump, basically. So it wouldn't make sense to do it. It just so happened, though, this week, though, that the energy switched for Trump, and the energy was in Israel's favor. Israel has the Jack of Clubs, and the Jack of Clubs this week were right in line. They had the Jupiter line, so they had the full protection, right? So it was a perfect time for Donald Trump to be on Israel's side. Now, why attack on that particular day on the 21st? There's a lot of energies going on. First off, you have the 21st, 21. Right? And actually, this is what we had. This is a 369 day. 6. Let me do it the other way for y'all. 6. 21, 20, 25, so you got a 6, you got a 3, we got a 9, so we got the 369 day. So that was a 369 day, first off. We have a 369 day, which was yesterday. So that's that love energy. I want to now, I had to wait for, hold on. I had to wait for IG to collect itself. So it's a 369 day. Now 369 is love. 369 is love. That's a love energy, right? That represents love. So this contradicts what what most people associate with love. They think that there's no violence, there's no wars, no battles with love energy. I've said this before. The love energy encompasses all experiences, including war, including fighting, including battles, right? The love encompasses all other energies. So this is a 369 day, right? It's a 21 day. 21 is, okay, I gotta wait for, hold on, IG to get back on. Okay, I got IG back on. It's a 21 day, so that's a portal. That's a doorway, that's Legba. So they chose a Legba day. Now, in congruence with that, for America, it was an Ace of Spades day. Ace of Spades has to do with IG is struggling today, I see. I must be going too hard. It's an Ace of Spades day. Ace of Spades has to do with secrets, has to do with new beginnings, has to do with new money. So it was an Ace of Spades day for America based off America's birthday chart. So it's an Ace of Spades day. It's secret, so it's a perfect day to be secretive, to have a secret mission. It just so happens that Donald Trump was born on an Ace of Spades day, so he was the secret energy needed, and the Ace of Spades was in full protection. It was in the Jupiter by Jupiter line. How does that look? I will show you. This is America's chart. Hold on. Yeah, IG is struggling. So this is where America is. On this one right here. And in the middle, you see is Ace of Spades. Whatever's in the very middle, that's what energy is most protected. The Ace of Spades. Donald Trump is the Ace of Spades. Therefore, he was protected. So it was all in alignment with Legba 21, the 369 energy, the Donald Trump being Ace of Spades. We also have on one of these other things, we got the King of Diamonds is in the middle as well. I'm not going to explain the reason why all these are exactly how I'm coming up with all of it because it'll take too long. But King of Diamonds, right, which Donald Trump also represents, the King of Diamonds, mainly because of his position, being the president, him being born on the Three of Diamonds, and his age, and him being an entrepreneur and things like that. He's the King of Diamonds. So those things were in his favor. Like I said, for the Jack of Clubs, which was Israel, that was in his favor. All these things were in his favor, so it was a perfect day to do stuff. And then, now by the time he hit Iran, it was the 22nd. So it started on the 21st. When they hit Iran, it was the 22nd in Iran. It was still the 21st here. That's that portal. That's that doorway between Legba, the 21, the doorway between Legba and that other energy at 22, which is Queen. That's a Queen energy, right? So essentially, it's like he attacked the Queen. Shay. So that a portal between 21 and 22, where your let me let IG come back. Okay. Hopefully, I got IG back. So that's that portal to where they're attacking at one time, but hitting them at another time, but still coming. But then the mission is done on the same day, though. So it was like these 2 days being played at the same time. That's that Legba type of. That's that doorway. It's time traveling essentially. It's time traveling, right? And it was perfect because by the time they got into Iran, it was the next day, which was a Mars day for us. It was a Venus day here, but a Mars day for America in Iran because of the time zone difference. Mars represents what? War, attacking, things like that. So this is why that day was chosen in that manner for the attack, because the stars were in alignment for best suited for Donald Trump and for America to execute it, and to execute it secretively, and even though you have your backlash, you have people that are against it and things like that, it was done on the perfect day for everything to go as smoothly as it can. Right now, when you have someone that Trump, he did say in his speech talking about asking for guidance and protection from God, and the question is, he was really like, he definitely had an emphasis on that, and it's like, well, why would he have that type of emphasis? And a big reason why is because Iran has a very strong spiritual connection, because it's a Seven of Spades energy. It is a Seven of Spades energy. So, when dealing with those type of Seven of Spades is a very highly spiritual type energy. It's a ritual energy. It's a manifestation energy. It's a karmic energy. So you do have to be careful when you're dealing with those type of energies. That's all I have when it comes to that. That's just to give you some insight when it comes to what's going on with the cards, what's going on with these different entities and beings. We'll get more into that with other people, with other countries, with other events. So that's today's spiritual lesson. We'll go into the Q&A. On this Sunday. Peace to everyone on TikTok, Instagram, IG. Peace to Passion City. And to Sierra the Healer. Graffiti says, IG can't handle the knowledge. It seems so. Yep, I'm getting that poor connection again. I'll show you the apex and to Sidel Lior. Man, IG about to break all the way down. Let's see, Britt says, what will it mean for us when it's in the other country's favor? I don't know. I don't know, because I have to keep looking and seeing what I can find. I don't know, you know. Waiting for IG to do his thing. Yeah, so I don't know. You know, because it depends on. It depends. It depends because we don't know when it's going to be in their favor. And even if it's in their favor, it's in your favor to do what? To attack, or just in your favor to take an attack, or, you know, so things do have to be in alignment at that time. You have to know what's going on around that time. You know, I said right now things are in the country's favor. They're in Trump's favor, so, you know, I don't really see their, you know, nothing's pointing out to me right now that there's, you know, any, you know, issues to be concerned about, but, you know, there's more charts to be looked at to try to figure out, to try to, you know, navigate. You know, but this is a 9 year. This is a 9 year, so this is a recalibration year. This is a, you know, getting rid of the old, bringing in the new type of year, reestablishment year. There was I did see some nine. I did see some nine of diamonds, some nine of hearts type energy. Nine of diamonds, you know, is the changing of resources, of real estate, of land, of assets, right? And that's what we saw, the explosion of some assets. But it might be also, there seems to be, I think there was like a big, some sort of, there was exchange of money. It seems, I think there was a big exchange of money, some sort of reestablishment of resources, which I think played a big component into why they did this attack as well, because of the King of Diamonds and the Ace of Spades energy, and in combination with Jupiter, you see an establishment, a reestablishment of money or resources, right? So there might have been a deal that was struck, right? That's what Trump is known for. He might have made a deal with Israel for something, for some money, for some minerals, for something of, you know, of importance for the country, or maybe just for himself. Maybe they gave him the bag. I don't know, but I definitely think there was some sort of some money exchanged. I'll show you the stoop kid. Graffiti says, you got time for a carpool? The lessons on suits always have me ask. Ashe, yeah, we can, I can do some card pulling. IG keeps pulling me off. But yeah, I could do some I can do a carpool graffiti. Yeah, we're looking at these cards, looking at these energies, I can see why. You can see the personalities. You can look into the personalities of these different places as well. Like Israel, for instance, you know, they're very good with their wordplay. They're very good with their saying one thing, they're good with manipulating the people. They're very good. Israel's very good with manipulation. Very good at convincing people to be on their side, right? And they're just very smart. They're very strategic with how they move and how they network and how they, connect and with other people. And why is that? Well, if I look at their chart, when they were established in 1948. They got the Jack of Clubs and the King of Clubs, the ultimate communicators, the ultimate manipulators, right? They also got the Five of Diamonds too, which is making money in all different types of ways, which, the Semites, I'll say Semites, right? The Semites are known for that. Having their hands in everything, right? That's Five of Diamond type of energy. So I'll share to that. There also 1948 was a 22 year. So it was the 22nd for the Middle East, and Iran got bombed on the 22nd in the name of Israel, who was born on a 22 year. 22 represents queen energy. So that's just some things to keep in mind. I got to look into John Jones, because John Jones, he just retired. I think he retired today or yesterday. It just so happened John Jones is retired, right? I got to look and see what his birthday. When's John Jones' birthday? See, all these things work together. John Jones, 37, July 19th. I don't have my other book. But I'll look into John Jones. July 19th. I think that's that might be Leo. It's either Leo or it's or Cancer. It's on the cusp. It's on the cusp, whatever it is, on the cusp. But I'm gonna look into what his actual cards are, because it just so happened. Now John, hold on, let me let IG come back. Now, even without knowing John's cards right now, Pastor says she's on that cusp, I say. Even though not knowing John's cards, I don't even need to know his cards to even see the connection, because John Bones Jones, right? I just need this one to be fine. What is it? Yeah, I'll take it. Wait for IG to come back. John Bones Jones, that's Legba. That's Legba, right? You got the bones right there, tells you. That's Legba. He has a very dark energy to him. That's Legba. He's even worn some hats like Legba as well. All right, but John Bone Jones has Legba energy. The whole Israel, the bombing of Israel is on the 21. John Bones Jones retires. These all things, they're all in congruence. I do have, let's see, Dublé did bring me the book, make this easier for me. Okay, so I see the 9 of clubs, Jack of hearts. Let's see. Which already tells me that's a lot of protection around him being that Jack of hearts. What do we got? A 9 of clubs. I think Donald Trump, I believe, is also a 9 of clubs. I think he has 9 of clubs. Yep, he has 9 of clubs as well. Right. Let's see what else we got. And I got your love offering there, graffiti. What was I looking for though? I want to see the zodiac charts to make sure I got with that July. Yeah, July. That's still Cancer. Right. So we got what, 9 of clubs. Jack of hearts. And then we have 19, 10, Pluto 8, and the 2 of diamonds. Nine of clubs, Jack of hearts, 2 of diamonds. See if I can see any connection with that. Clubs, 2 of diamonds. Okay, well, he is one of the major energies floating in America this week. We can see it right here. Like there's like these pillars around a chart. These 4 pillars, which I call like the foundational energies surrounding at any particular time. So I see his 2 of diamonds is there. Jack of hearts, 2 of diamonds. I said he has a very strong connection to Trump, so that's probably the biggest reason why they utilized him, because 1, it's a Papa Legba day, John Bones Jones, Papa Legba energy, and then on top of that, he's a 9 of clubs. Like Donald Trump, he has 9 of clubs as well, so that connects them together. Now Donald Trump is a 3 of diamonds. John Jones is also he's a 2 of diamonds, so he's pretty close. That means they actually have a past life connection. Him and Donald Trump have a past life connection, being a 2 of diamonds and a 3 of diamonds. So that makes sense why they would use them together like this. If you saw when Donald Trump went to go watch John Jones's last fight, Donald Trump was there. John Jones did the Donald Trump dance, showing their connection to each other. Ashe. So just it's things like that. It's things like that. I do want to see one more aspect of the chart. What was the other one? Two nine of clubs, two of diamonds, and what I said the other one was nine of clubs, jack of hearts. Yes, that's what I see when it comes to John Jones, why they use him, because his energy is pretty congruent with Donald Trump, so it made sense to use him at the same time. Sure. So let's go ahead and graffiti says that the archangel of the message come through. So that's so we'll pull some cards here. The angel message. What is the angel message? Shay. That's what graffiti is asking us tonight. What is the angel message? Okay, we got the Eight of Hearts. Now, the Eight of Hearts has to do with networking, has to do with major connections, major players. It just so happens that one of America's cards is the Eight of Hearts. Okay, so the Eight of Hearts. This has to do with connecting to the, let's ask, does it have to do with connecting to the angels? Okay, so we got the Queen of Clubs. The Queen of Clubs, right, is that's source. We'll say it that way. That's source. Right. So source is telling us it is confirming that we need to network or need to connect to the angels. Now, angels don't necessarily have to mean like the biblical angels, but angels are the angles of light, of higher beings, right? Of the higher entities, right? This is a time to connect with our higher selves right now. So whoever it is you want to connect to, it could be biblical angels, it could be Orishas, it can be what they call it, it can be Nordic Olympians, the Nordic gods, the Olympians. It can be the Hindu gods. It can be the Egyptians, right? These are all angels or angles of light, right? But this is that time to connect with beings. Let's try to get some more details on these angels, on these angles of light. Okay, the bag lady. Okay, the bag lady. So what is it that we need to connect with these beings to help us carry the baggage? Is it to help us cut off the baggage? Is it to let go of the bag itself? What is this connection to the bag lady? Is the bag lady an illusion? Let's try to get some more clarity on this bag. Lady say unpack the bags. So we need to unpack the bags, as Dublé is asking. Shay. not unpacking the bags. Unpacking the bags. Right. Is that what source is? Is source the bag lady? No, that's not what it's trying to say. Is that do with is it the feminine energy that we're talking? It's about the feminine energy that we need to. Do we need to work with the feminine energy of the feminine angels, right there? Feminine angels of light? No, that's not what it's saying. It's just saying, let's try to get some more clarity. Let's pick another card and give us some more clarity here on this bag lady. Education fees. Oh, do we need to give an offering? Do we need to fill up the bag to source or to the energies or to the bag lady? Like we need to give an offering. Is that what we're saying? Not quite an offering. Is it a debt that's owed? Not a debt that's owed. Let's see. Let's try to get another card. Give us some more clarity here. Military person. We got its and the number 22 here. Military person, military member, veteran, disciplined ruler, compliant, government, intelligent. Does this have to do with? Does that have to do with America? Does this have to do with graffiti? Let's go with graffiti personally. Does that do with graffiti? No, it's not graffiti personally. Graffiti says all about to say I'm always giving my offering to the divine feminine. Ashe. Right. Is this that we need something that we need to learn? It's just about the strategies that need to be learned on how to exist or how to experience life on our highest vibration. Right, that source has for us. It has the map for us. Yes, okay, we got the Jack of Clubs, right? So essentially what it's saying is that we need to, the higher ups, the higher entities, source, they have the answers for us on how to walk our highest vibration. Now, I understand what it's saying because, I'm reading these charts here. So just how I want you to understand that America, the world really, those in government, that establish government, that really run government, they do things typically in a very spiritual way. I was looking at Russia. Russia, the current Russia regime, was established December 25th, Christmas Day. It's not by accident, right? Iran was established April 1st, not by accident. America was established July 4th and August 2nd. They just so happen to have the same identical cards, not by accident. Right. And then you have all the Egyptian and Roman structures in DC and all these different types, all different types of sacred geometries and things like that, right? Some of this you may call like Freemasonry type stuff. They use things like astrology, they use things like cartomancy, they use things like numerology, they use occult sciences, especially Israel, especially the Semites, right? They use this stuff heavily. They even say when it comes, you want to be a millionaire, you work hard. You want to be a billionaire, you got to use the occult. You got to use, I think they specifically say you got to use astrology, right? That's how you become a billionaire, spirituality. They say even in music, Jay-Z has mentioned it. Diddy has talked about it, right? So at this current time, like I said, we have two options. You can either integrate into the AI technology, or you can activate your own AI that you are. You can, which is your AI is the astronomical energy, astronomical intelligence. So you can either become artificial intelligence, or you can activate and pull in your astronomical intelligence. Neither way is better than the other per se, or is the right or the more correct route to go. They're just both their options. If you want to go down the astronomical route, you're going to have to get in touch with source. Now you can do this through meditation, we can do this through, mostly it's through meditation, to tell you the truth. But the other way to do it is to read the charts. That if you know how to read the charts properly, they show you there is a certain amount of room for choice. You can't choose the energies per se, but you can choose which frequency you want to be on. Like, you can't choose what frequencies exist on a radio, but you can choose which frequency to listen to, which frequency to dial into. That's how our lives work. That's what these charts are about. I was just helping someone right before the show. They was asking me, I was telling them about some of the struggles that they go through energetically, and how not to go down that focus on that energy, but focus on this energy, and it will turn out in your favor. It was like, yeah, well, how do I get away from going down the energy that gets in the way? How do I get rid of it? They say. So I said, you can't get rid of it, because it's a part of you. It's one of the frequencies that's a part of your makeup, right? All you can do is practice not focusing on that particular frequency. That frequency is still going to be there. That lower self, and which is like, you really have like a lower self, a middle self, and a higher self. Those other selves are going to be there. It's just you didn't know that. You didn't know which one was your lower self, in a sense. You keep changing. We all keep changing frequencies. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And we just and we're not unsure. Most of us are unsure, like, which one are we supposed to stay at? Why? Because we don't know what frequency it's at. We're just moving the dial without looking at it. And that's what the charts are here to do, to help you. They're literally the map to show you which frequency is the top or best frequency to follow at all times. Ashe. So we can either do it through meditation, which you should use meditation to assist you in that. Chakra rotations help you get closer to that as well. But then also looking at the charts, whether it be the zodiac charts, whether it be the cartomancy charts. And of course, you can always go to CrystalineMars.com to book your appointment with me, and we'll look up these charts, and I'll do my best to explain to you how to follow your highest vibration. Ashe. Ashe to that graffiti, and to Sierra the healer. So that's what the energies are showing me. Remember, 22 is the builder. It's the building energy. You know. So now it's time to build. That Iran getting hit on the 22nd was an indicator for that it's time to start it's time to start building. It's time to start building, right? And you build with the queen energy. You build with the queen energy, meaning the feminine energy, meaning source, right? And what does that look like? Okay, well, source is just the material. So don't get it twisted and be like, okay, yeah, the feminine. It's all about the feminine. Like, no, it's not. It's about both feminine, masculine, equally. But it's about going back to source, which is power. That's pure power. Femininity is pure power. And then using masculinity, knowledge, information, to scope and shape that power into a brick or into whatever tool you need to build. Ashe. So that is tonight's show. I think it's a good place to stop right there. We'll go ahead and say Shea Asante Amen. We'll end it because it's Sunday, so let's go ahead and end it with a prayer. You might remember this prayer I gave the last week I did. This prayer is to connect and to establish a relationship with your true self or selves, which is your masculine and your feminine energy in its truest God form. Right? You're pure, this particular prayer is to connect with God in its masculine and feminine aspects. Ashe. Graffiti, so we need more carpools. Ashe. So we'll go ahead. You can close your eyes if you like. You don't necessarily have to. But when we talk about in the first half of the prayer, when we're in the masculine, I want you to visualize a white light, and then when we go into the feminine part, I want you to visualize a dark, black light energy. Ashe. So we'll start. Say, beloved Father, who dwells within the soul of our being, whose name is I Am. Veneration to your holy name. Thy kingdom is here. Thy will prevails throughout the earth as it does in the heavenly realms of my soul. You open your hands and satisfy the hunger of all living beings. You heal all hearts of sorrow, so that they in turn may show forgiveness to those whose minds are shrouded in ignorance of the self. Beloved Mother, who imparts to all the sense of choice, so we may finally come to choose you, your truth, and thus find everlasting freedom. Glory to your name, O truth. For yours is the kingdom of existence, of peace and love. All power and glory emanates from you alone, who imparts to all the wisdom, the light, the love and courage to refer to themselves as I am. Ime Kamalika, it is done. Ashe.